Today begins with a simple question. A question that has started countless fights online. A question that has ended relationships. A question that exposes something uncomfortable about all of us. Not just men, not just women, all of us. The question is this: do you have the right to demand from someone else what you cannot offer yourself? Welcome to Nova Frequency, a podcast where we get to think deeper and listen differently. This is not a podcast about teaching you what to think. It is a space for conversations that go beyond the surface. Conversations people are often too afraid to have or too comfortable to question. My name is Afistonova. A post recently went viral. It said, "As a man, you have no business asking a woman if she's a virgin when you are not one." As expected, the internet did what it does. People picked side, women applauded, men defended themselves, everybody became a lawyer, very few became philosophers. But I don't think the real conversation is about virginity. I think virginity is simply the doorway. The real conversation is about standard, expectations, hypocrisy, and the strange human tendency to demand from others what we refuse to become ourselves. Let's start here. Why does virginity matter? Not whether it should matter. Why does it matter? If someone says they want a virgin partner, what exactly are they saying? Are they saying they value discipline, religious conviction, self-control, tradition, or are they saying something else entirely? Maybe fear, insecurity, comparison, ownership, maybe all of the above. Because whenever people discuss virginity, they rarely discuss what they are actually afraid of. And fear has a way of disguising itself as standards. Now, here is where things get interesting. If virginity is valuable, why is it often more valuable when a woman has it than a man has it? Think about that. A virgin woman is praised, protected, celebrated, sometimes even elevated. A virgin man, people start asking questions. They assume something is wrong. Something is missing. Something isn't working. Why? If virginity is truly virtue, shouldn't it be virtue regardless of the gender? And if it isn't virtue, then why do millions of people still care about it? This is where most conversations become uncomfortable, because eventually the spotlight moves from the society to us. A man who has slept with 20 women says he wants a virgin wife. People call him a hypocrite. Maybe they are right, maybe they are wrong. But before we answer that question, let's ask another one. How many of us are guilty of doing the exact same thing in different ways? A dishonest person demanding loyalty, a financially irresponsible person demanding stability, a disrespectful person demanding respect, an emotionally unavailable person demanding vulnerability, a lazy person demanding ambition, a partner who cannot communicate demanding perfect communication. Suddenly, the conversation is no longer about virginity. It is about human nature. Because most people approach relationships like customers, not contributors. They ask, what can I get? Rarely do they ask, what do I offer? And that's where resentment begins. Not because standard exists. Standards are normal. Everybody has standards. The issue is not having standards. The issue is having standards without self-awareness. You can want something you don't currently possess. That is human. A broke person can desire a wealthy future. A struggling person can desire stability. A flawed person can desire growth. There's nothing wrong with wanting better. The question is whether you are honest about the imbalance. Whether you are working towards the very qualities you are demanding, or whether you are simply expecting someone else to compensate for what you refuse to develop yourself. Now, let's bring this back to relationship. Because this isn't just a male problem, and this isn't just a female problem. It is a people problem. Some men want submission, but provide no leadership. Some women want provision, but have no understanding of the pressure provision creates. Some men want peace, while creating chaos. Some women want emotional openness, yet become uncomfortable when a man actually reveals his fears. Everybody has expectation. Few people examine them. Fewer people still examine themselves. Maybe that's why so many relationships fail before they even begin. Because people are busy interviewing each other without interviewing themselves. Everybody is asking, what do you bring to the table? Very few are asking, what table am I bringing? And maybe that's the real question behind the virginity debate. Not can a man ask for a virgin if he is not one? Not should woman care about a man's past? Not who is right, who is wrong? Maybe the deeper question is, would you date yourself? Would you genuinely choose someone with your level of emotional maturity, your communication skills, your accountability, your habits, your discipline, your self-awareness? Would you be excited to build a life with someone exactly like you? Or would you keep looking? Because if the answer is no, then perhaps the conversation shouldn't start with other people's standard. Perhaps it should start with the mirror. If virginity determines value, why doesn't it determine everyone else's value equally? And if virginity does not determine value, why are so many people still choosing partners based on it? Maybe the conversation was never really about sex. Maybe it is about what we believe people owe us. Maybe it is about entitlement, about fear, about hypocrisy, or maybe it is about the uncomfortable gap between what we demand and what we deliver. This has been the Nova Frequency. Remember, think deeper and listen differently.